Okay, so this is the fifth video of what if Midoriya was Carnage mixed with Venom. So, last time we left off, Midoriya was basically going to sneak into UA to figure out what the fuck is going on. Uh, basically, he's trying to figure out why Aizawa found him. He's trying to figure out why in the fuck are these people looking for me in the first place. Like, he kind of already knows, like, the mass murders are kind of a big deal, probably. But he's also trying to figure out, like, how did they find me out in the first place? But, so what he does is, he grabs some clothes, grabs a pretty long jacket that on the back it says, it's like a, let's talk about the black back later if I could speak words. God damn my voice. It is kind of this more black, like black and red jacket that goes down to his waist, and it on the back it says Venom because he's wearing a t-shirt that on the back it says Carnage, but on the back of the jacket it says Venom, and he has a shirt on that is fully black, fully red, with little black like lines, and the jacket is fully black with little red lines. Kind of interesting, right? Interesting. The pants, don't have to worry about the pants. Like, the pants are literally creation of Venom and Carnage. Like, literally all of these clothes don't matter, because in a pinch he'll just like make clothes out of like if he's butt ass naked from an explosion, he'd be like, okay, Venom, Carnage, I need a suit, tie, something. He's like, okay, bang, poop, like poof, there you go, suit, tie, everything. If he's trying to look fly as shit, Carnage and Venom got him down. But he basically, when he walks over there, he walks into an alleyway near the school, and he basically just sends out this little he sends out one of these like tendrils from Carnage and Venom kind of mix together, and he sends it out. Just try to find information, and he does find some information. I don't know if I should roll a dice to see how much information. Actually, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. 1 second. Where is this? Where's this? Oh my gosh. I kind of. Yeah, here it is. Okay. I'm rolling the dice for this shit. And whatever number I lands on will be the number that shows how much information Venom and Carnage learn. I'll be doing this maybe a lot. Comment if you like this. Comment if you like me rolling the dice to see how much the character learns about information. So let's roll. 16. I'm gonna say +2 because of actually +3 because we got Venom, Carnage plus Midoriya. So 17. Not bad at all. So I'm gonna say he learns a decent similar amount. So he learns that they're basically they put him on a list. Uh, they have some pictures of him, and he's like, damn, I look rad as shit. And like Venom is like, it's not the time for this bullshit right now. We need to get. He also finds some places of some villains and some drug dealers and some pimps. He might have also found some. He also might have found some very revealing pictures of very other people on some computers. Not gonna say which ones, but it will be brung up later. Not in the video, but it will be brung up later. Or maybe not. It just doesn't matter. It matters. maybe. But so he finds out that they got him on a list, and they kind of have Midori on a list, but they got him on a list of maybe candidates of people that might want to go into UA. They have like candidate lists of like people that have seen that have might incredible powers, and that's why also Aizawa was looking for him. They found him. There's a list of like 10 or 20 people that are incredibly strong, and they might that are some of them are going to UA, and some of them are not. They are incredibly strong and really will be heroes. One of them are Bakugo, and he's like, finally, yeah, Bakugo, fuck this. Now, Bakugo is not an asshole in this what if I haven't told you this already. Bakugo is not an asshole. Bakugo, because of his, I don't know if I've told you this, but he has a sister. Because of his sister, he had to learn patience, and he had not to get angry, because anytime Bakugo yells and does explosions in the house. Actually, wait. Comment down below what I should name Bakugo's sister. Now, Bakugo loves his sister and hates his dad. Like immensely. So it's this mixed relationship between, because he hates kind of his dad immensely to the point where he basically mastered his quirk because of his own anger against his father. Like he mastered his quirk, made it to a level so if his daughter even tries to threaten insert name of Bakugo's sister down below in the comments, please. I would love it if you do this. And please, please don't put Explosion Murderer Queen in there. That'd be a good nickname. I'll do that as a nickname maybe. Uh, uh, of Bakugo's sister, because he doesn't have any custody over them, and definitely doesn't have any custody over them. So he's like, so he has no custody. So Bakugo basically learned how to use his quirk by pure anger and rage. But back into the situation, he found his name. He found Chaku's name, or Raka. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. He also found some other people's names that, like, who we'll mention later. He found, like, Wind Guy name from, other schools. But he found out the information he needs. But he also, he also found a list and a group of people, like a list of areas where the drug dealers are, and a list of areas where very high-ranking villains are and what they stain. So he glosses over that information, finds it, marks it down, and starts going back to Midoriya. Now, you know what he's doing. 4-day time skip. That entire 4-day run, he massacres them. I mean, rips off their heads, eat their heads off, everything. Everything under the sun. This man goes wild. How much carnage, like literally. I'll tell you some destruction moments that I think are amazing. He uses his hand uses his hand like claws, rips into someone's back, grabs their spine, rips it out, and before they die, shows them their spinal cord and says, "Sorry, are you missing this?" and drops it on the floor as they dead. Because these are bad people. These are not like, oh, I'm a local Joe on the street. These are drug dealers. These are pimps. These are mass murderers. These are villains that have killed many people. And the villains, the heroes, it's been like a 3-day operation. And when they found out what happened, they instantly rushed in. The bodies were not moved. The bodies, they found heads ripped off. They took pictures. The crimes, like, and on the wall of one of the, like, multiple walls are scraped in like by nails. It says Venom or Carnage on it, and they think these two like villains are working together. Now, they kind of have the system of like marking off, is you a villain or are you a like a what do they call it again? When you're not a villain but you're not, I call it an anti-hero because you kill people but you're not killing like good people. Yeah, anti-villain. Let's use that. I don't know what they call it in the My Hero Academia universe. I should probably know that, shouldn't I? If you're in My Hero Academia or whatever. Fuck that shit. But they have like a system of marking off if you're an anti-hero or you're a villain. They instantly called him a villain because of this mass murder, but technically he's an anti-hero. Technically, he hasn't killed any innocent bystanders. He hasn't murdered any heroes. He hasn't stole or well, I shouldn't say that because he does steal the drug terror. He hasn't, of their noticing, stole anything. Yeah, he definitely steals all the money of the drug cartel. But like, come on, it's drug cartel. Like, really, like, he hasn't stolen anything, and he hasn't threatened or endangered anyone that it wasn't already assumed of a crime. But like, looking at their deaths, they're like, oh, what should we name this guy? Like, we see him Venom, we see Carnage, we've seen bloody massacres. What, like, their first thought was name a villain because, like, look at this. But Aizawa kind of said, no, no, no. He's definitely an anti-hero. We gotta put him up there. And they have this list. They have this giant list of villains and anti-heroes. And Midoriya is definitely top 5. Maybe top 3 in the anti-heroes or the villains. Like, even the villains, they're kind of scared of him because, like, his quirk, like, they don't know what his quirk is. Oh, yeah. I haven't told you Azuka's quirk, haven't I? Let's leave that one a secret. Let's leave that one a secret. Yeah. I forgot I haven't told you guys that. Let's leave that one a secret for you guys to learn later. Now, let's go back to Zuko in the man cave. In his house, basically, in the sewers. And he's basically watching the news of people, of villains going into jail, the villain count going up, and he's seeing every single piece. He's also seeing that they haven't broadcast what he calls a cleaning up job of the streets. Now, the villain count is rising, but because of Mordoria's efforts of literally scaring the holy shit out of them, to the point where most villains don't even want to, like, come out on the streets anymore. All Might might be the symbol of peace, and might be the symbol of, oh, I want to be a hero. Midori is the symbol of darkness, of, you better not come out in the middle of the night, or I will find you, and I will massacre your entire fucking operation. As he's like, okay. But he gets a buzz on his phone. Now this is bad or good. A buzz on the phone means there's a threat at the Midoriya household, or a new a bad guy that we've spotted are in the general vicinity. It's basically a 20-mile radius because fucking Venom's quick and you're not running away from him. You're not running away from this man, and you won't even, like, he will catch you, dumbass. Don't even try. He'll send tendrils around the world to get you. he will kill you. And it doesn't matter where you go, and it doesn't matter where you are. He will kill you, and he will find you, and he will massacre your entire operation. So don't even run. Just take your death. And it's a mixed bag. So he instantly grabs his phone. Like, fast as like he turns his hand into Venom. He reaches out, because it's a little bit farther away. He basically like reaches out, grabs the phone, and pulls it up. And it's bad news. Because there's a villain. There's the crime king in it, aka a mafia group, aka the people that he's trying to find, and one of their main group members are walking up to the Midoriya's household. So instantaneously, this man crushes his phone in half, figuring out that's probably a bad mistake, chucking it, and running as fast as he can. Like, web spin, running across buildings, as he finally makes it there in like 4 minutes. He makes it there in 3 minutes flat. And it's a good 25 miles away from him. He makes it in 3 minutes. As he sees her knocking on the door. As he sees he sees his mom open the door. As she sees her instantly say, we're here with a group, Sinjit. It's about a thing of cleaning up the neighborhood. Do you want to sign this? As Midoriya turns into Venom and gets ready to literally murder everyone. Let's keep on going. I was going to be like, let's stop here and get you guys on a cliffhanger and be like, I'm an asshole, but let's keep it going. As like he turns one hand into an axe and grabs it, and he turns one hand to a sword. As you start looking about, as he sees 20 to 40 cars here, full of villains, full of them. As the lady is like, Inko is like, what's the petition about? As it like, it's 9:30, Baku's asleep. Baku's mom, I don't remember her name. I think it's Baku's mom is doing the dishes. She's not worrying about anything, and insert name here in the comments below is also asleep with Bakugo. And she's like, "Oh, it's just about cleaning up the neighborhood and getting a petition out. Do you want to sign it?" And he's like, "Oh, sure." And he looks at it. She looks at it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it might be a good idea. Is it like picking up trash?" And he's like, "No, it's picking up garbage." And she pulls out a gun, as she just sees her arm get chopped off, and a axe into her head. As all the villains pop out at the same time and start running up to the Midoriya household as what should I name? Izuku drops down on the sky and crushes the concrete as he says, "Oh, you're really fucked up now." As all of them, like some of them have ice quirks, some of them have guns, some have fire quirks, and he looks at all of them as he says, "Let me show you true carnage." As he slams on the ground, as like he sends up like blood spikes as he like kills 20 of them. As he starts ripping some of them in half with his he changed one of his hands into a sword and he starts ripping them in half. As he crushing their heads, as he slicing some of them in half, and he says, "I'll show you what a rampage looks like." As he grabs one of them in the head and he smashes it. As he grabs another one by the shirt and eats his head off. As he throwing bodies around. As he one points a double barrel shotgun to his face and blows off his head, like completely blows off his head. As he regrows it and he like grabs the person and he says, "Let me show you true." as he actually wait, he grabs him, shoves him to a wall, and he says, "I've been holding back," as he makes metal spikes again. He kills all of them except him, and he says, "I'll show you what a monster is." And he makes his hand into a sword, and he says, "We are Venom, and we are Carnage," as he slashes him in half. As this is when Bakugo's mom, and insert name here, daughter. I'm gonna call her daughter before daughter sees all of this as he drops all the body, as he looks at all of them, as he like literally shuts the door with his like hand, and he says, as he signs up, he climbs up there, with his Venom symbiote on, and he says, "Are all you good? Are you fine?" And he looks at, and no wait, actually he didn't wake them up because this was quiet. Surprisingly, how much yelling he made it as quiet as possible. Like comparison, he made it as quiet as possible. So when he climbed up there, Midoriya and what is Bakugo's mom? Midoriya. What is Bakugo's mom's name? If you know, please comment. If you don't, I do not give a shit. But Bakugo's mom and Midoriya and Inko were both looking at him, and he goes back up there and he says, "Are you okay?" Like in the most common voice you can be. And Venom and Carnage is both like, it's just like both very very like this is good, because they love Midoriya like a son. They love Midoriya like a son. They love him so much that his family are their family. So he's like, "Are you okay?" And he like replaces the suit. Like he takes off this like the Venom and the Carnage symbiote goes back. He says, "Are you okay?" As he holding his mom hand, as his mom says, "Deku." Wait, actually, he should say Midori. He says, "Midoriya, is that you?" As one of the thugs pop up and blows Midoriya's head off with a shotgun. As blood spatter everywhere on Midoriya's face, on Inko's face, and also on Bakugo's mom's face. As Bakugo wakes up because he heard the gunshot, because gunshots are not loud, or like not soft. Well, wouldn't he hear the other gunshot too? Yes, but no, because Midoriya muffled that as much as he possibly can. As Midoriya knew this was going to happen too. The only reason he didn't dodge or morph, he kind of knew it was going to happen. He didn't know because the Carnage symbiote was not fully activated, and they thought all the threat was gone, so Carnage was not fully on focus mode. So when his head blew off, it was not instantaneous, so he dropped down. But he did heal back his head. As he pops back up, as he turns on the Carnage symbiote, he turns on the Venom and Carnage symbiote again, he says, "Sorry, mother. Have to take care of business." As he grabs him, as he pops wings out of his back, and this is where the hero comes out. Heroes, and they all pop out as he flies up above all of them with his wings, as he says, "Sorry, you can't catch me." As he flies away, he gets a decent mile away before he rips it. He flies up and he flies away a little bit, and then he bites his head off and he throws him away, like the corpse, as it lands on the feet. As when Midori is flying, he sees also a wicked finger, and he sees hawks, and he says, "Well, this is going to be an interesting battle." As this is where we're ending off here. I hope you liked the video. I hope you like what if Midoriya was Carnage and Venom. And also, I'm going to tell you about the other video that I'm going to make after this. And I love the commenter. I do not remember your name, but I love the commenter that put out. Yes, I will be doing Spawn. And I will be doing God Spawn. If you don't get that, read the comments or just watch the video that I'm going to make. I'll be making Godspawn, and also please comment down below what I should name Midoriya's sister. And also, do you like the dice rolling? Like I did get decent this time. But if you like the dice rolling, comment. If you do, comment. If you don't, also comment that. See you guys later. Goodbye.